이정권
돌아갑니다. 공동이 됩니다. 공동이 역전을 만듭니다. 이천의 갈비를.
Winners of the AFC Champions League 2020, Ulsan Hyundai.
You're listening to the K-League United podcast, proud partner of Football Nation Radio.
Welcome to another edition of The Weekend with me, Peter Hampshire, looking at Korean football this week from the K-League to the national team. I'm joined later by Branko Belan, but first your headlines from a somber week in South Korea are as follows. Tributes pour in for national team star and former Incheon United manager Yoo Sang-chul. Korea inflict a heavy defeat upon Sri Lanka in World Cup qualifying. Korea's women's national team squad convene in Ulsan. Jeju United's Joo Min-kyu has his say on the Tangerines' ambitions this season. And FC Seoul are linked to a Brazilian striker. We start then with Yoo Sang-chul. Numerous people with links to the much-loved midfielder and former K-League manager have left their condolences and personal remarks following the 49-year-old's passing. Yoo's former boss at the 2002 World Cup, Gus Hiddink, said, "Nothing compares to your loss today. You are a true hero to me and to your nation, Korea." Lee Kang-in also spoke of his inspiration from Yoo, and K-League clubs across the country showed their respect on social media. Ulsan Hyundai and Incheon United have erected memorials at their stadiums for fans to pay their respects to Yoo Sang-chul, and Kim Shin-wook led a touching tribute to Korea's former number 6 after netting Korea's first goal against Sri Lanka on Wednesday. He was joined by the starting 11 in holding Yoo's shirt aloft in Goyang. Onto the game in Goyang then. Two K-League based players found the net as Korea consolidated their position at the top of Group H in the second round of World Cup qualification. Ulsan Hyundai's Lee Dong-kyung showed his clinical side with former Jeonbuk striker Kim Shin-wook bagging a brace to have Korea 3-0 up at the break. The goal of the match, for me, that was scored by Hwang Hee-chan before Suwon Samsung Blue Wings' 19-year-old prodigy Jung Sang-bin added a fifth, with a goal showing poacher's instinct just 5 minutes after he came off the bench. Jung becomes Korea's 8th youngest goal scorer and the 34th player to score on debut. Speaking post-match, national team boss Paulo Bento said, "Overall, it was a satisfactory performance from Jung and he is one for us to watch. He needs to remain focused and keep calm." Jung spoke of Son Heung-min in press duties, with the Tottenham striker stressing to Jung not to be too disappointed after Jung failed to feature against Turkmenistan. And thanks to Turkmenistan's victory over Lebanon earlier on Wednesday, and in part due to North Korea's withdrawal, Paulo Bento's side have all but mathematically qualified for round 3 of the qualification with a game to spare. From Goyang to Ulsan now, where the Korean women's squad are gathered for a week of training under their English boss Colin Bell. Cho So-hyun of Tottenham Hotspur Women is joined by fellow WSL stars Ji So-yeon and Lee Gun-min, with the rest of the squad filled with domestic talent from Suwon, Incheon, Gyeongju, Sejong, Boeun and Hwacheon. Korea's last game, of course, was that 4-3 defeat to China in their World Cup qualifying. Time to have a break from my voice now. There are no games in K-League 1 this weekend with international fixtures and the upcoming Champions League break, but K-League 2 is partying on. Now it's time to hear about the weekend's action in K2 from Branko Belan.
Things are tight at the top in K-League 2 heading into the upcoming round of matches with a host of interesting matchups on the slate. Saturday sees Seoul Elan travel to Anyang and Cheongnam Asan at home to Daejeon Hana Citizen, while league leaders Jeonnam Dragons have a chance to increase their lead at the top when they face Bucheon FC 1995 on Sunday. Ansan Greeners host Busan I-Park at the WA Stadium, and Gyeongnam FC are home to Kimcheon Sangmu. Let's have a a look first at the match of the round, and it's Cheongnam Asan in 9th versus Daejeon Hana Citizen in 3rd on Saturday, the 12th of June at 6:30 p.m. Korean Standard Time. It's the second Cheongcheong derby of the season between these two traditional rivals as Daejeon make the journey to Isun-shin Stadium, looking to take all 3 points to keep themselves in the hunt for automatic promotion. Asan will be looking to rebound following another loss last week to Bucheon FC 1995 and create a bit of distance from the bottom of the table in the process. The first meeting between the teams in 2021 finished as a score draw with Kim In-gyun and Lee Hyun-sik getting the goals for Asan and Daejeon respectively. Mateus Alves is still a doubt to return from the injury he picked up in the FA Cup tie against Pohang Steelers, meaning that Yoo Jun-soo may be the lone striker up top as has been the case lately. It has been a difficult season for the Owls as they had to quarantine after a team official tested positive for COVID-19 and it threw them out of their rhythm. Matches between these two sides have traditionally been very close and all indicators point to a similar outcome this time around. Daejeon are the top scoring team in the division at the moment, but they have also conceded 19 goals to this point, giving them the third worst defensive record in K-League 2. Only Busan I-Park with 21 and Bucheon FC 1995 with 22 have allowed more goals. Park In-hyuk leads the team with 5 goals and will be one to watch up front for the Purples. They will be short-handed, however, as Lee Ji-seol is with the under-23 Korean national team for friendlies against Ghana, and Ikramjon Alibayev is with the Uzbek national team for Asian World Cup qualifying. On to the team of the round, and it's FC Anyang. The Violets are still very much in the thick of the title race and regrouped nicely last time out with a 2-1 win over Daejeon Hana Citizen after coughing up a 2-goal lead the previous week and having to settle for a draw against Asan. Jonathan Moya struck from the spot and Kim Kyung-jung scored the winner just minutes after the hour mark to secure all 3 points. A win against Seoul Eland could be crucial with them entering perhaps the most difficult part of their schedule as they will be up against several clubs looking to either make a push for the playoffs or win outright promotion. A pair of matches each against Busan I-Park and Jeonnam Dragons highlight the summer portion on their fixture list. FC Anyang have had several good pieces for years, but it seems like everything has finally started to come together for them in 2021. The arrivals of Moya, Shim Dong-woon, and Mo Jae-hyun have added another dimension to their attack. They did in fact finish third just 2 seasons ago, but missed out on moving up to the first division by virtue of their playoff loss to Busan I-Park, who were later promoted. With Jeonnam facing a noticeably easier fixture, the pressure will be on for them to get a result to stay on pace. Finally, it's the player of the round, and it's Hernandez of Gyeongnam FC. With 6 goals to his credit now, Hernandez has proven to be an excellent signing for the Reds this year. He has benefited greatly from being in a more attacking system, and the return has been tremendous. He has rarely played a full match this season, which speaks to how effective he has been when he's been on the pitch. He scored Gyeongnam's only goal in their 1-1 draw with Ansan Greeners in round 14, and scored the equalizer in the derby with Busan last week after coming from the bench. Next in his sights is Kim Jeon-sang-moo. Both sides are level on points in the table, so it will not be an easy match, but the 21-year-old has a bit of momentum on his side, so he will want to stay among the goals.
Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email KLU at info@kleagueunited.com or tweet at KLeague United with any questions, comments or reactions. Or follow us on Facebook to ask directly during one of our live shows.
Thank you, Branko. And staying on the island, Jeju United's Joo Min-kyu stands as K-League 1's top scorer with 10 goals to his name. Joining the Tangerines as a K-League 2 outfit, Joo said, Jeju United's rightful place is to be in the AFC Champions League, so we are doing what we can until we reach that point. These are the steps we want to take. With Namkeel's side up to 6th in the table, Joo also stated his admiration for his manager's tactical nous. I was aware of the perception of how he likes his players to be defensive, but having worked with him, I can see that he is much more attacking. Now, if you're interested in that interview with Joo Min-kyu, he also talks about his influence on the younger players at Jeju and his striker's instinct. You can read the full spiel on kleague.com from our very own Paul Neate and Branko Belan. One side who wish they had a striker as prolific at the minute as Joo Min-kyu is FC Seoul. Park Jin-sup's side ranked 10th for goals in K-League 1 this season and bottom for headed attempts. Park Ji-young and Cho Young-uk have not scored between them in K-League 1 this season, with Seoul relying on Nasango and Alexander Pilosevic scoring from midfield. Clearly looking to bolster their centre-forward options, the Sangam-based side have been linked with a move for 22-year-old Palmeiras striker Gabriel Barbosa Avelino. With a series of loans already under his belt, the Brazilian netted a hat-trick for Paysandu in the Brazilian Peninsula Regional League in late May, and he also came off the bench just on Tuesday in a third-tier game but failed to find the target. That's it from me this week. You'll likely hear a return from Paul Neate next time, and don't forget there's plenty of exclusive interviews swirling around at the minute on KLeagueUnited.com and KLeague.com, and next week there will be a bumper KLU podcast looking at how K-League teams are likely to fare in the Champions League.
스코어 2대0 김남춘의 추락골. 지금 이진영 선수가 김남춘